balanced diet to them. And this is for an adolescent who's probably more tech savvy than you.
Thank you. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity. And it's ironical that you asked me with the kind of punch that I strut around with, that I should be talking about balanced diet. The only qualified people I see in the room are Dr. Naveen and Dr. Chakapani garu. But then I'll attempt to answer this question. The most important thing is when we talk about diet, what is it supposed to do for an adolescent? As Dr. Srikanth has pointed out, you need the diet to provide adequate calories for the growth of the child, especially during adolescence, because this is the final growth spurt, so to say. Is it sufficient that they get the calories? Is that it? No. It should be divided amongst the major food groups. When we talk about major food groups, we say carbohydrates, proteins, fats, the dairy, and the most important, last but not the least, as we would say, fruits and vegetables. This probably is the core. Is it sufficient if all the food groups are covered? Again, the distribution through the day, that is again hampered. Adolescents are so hard pressed in the modern day with all the education, all the studies and the demands, that it is completely skewed to one meal or two. So the most important thing is that there is an adequate breakfast, a lunch and a dinner, and then 2 or 3 healthy snacks in between. When we talk about carbohydrates, what we mean is about 50 to 60%, 65% of the nutritional requirement should come from the carbohydrate. And this carbohydrate, unfortunately, is not bread and refined foods, right? It should be whole grains. That is your cereal. When I talk about growth requirements, the most important thing is protein. It should contribute to about 25 to 35% of the nutritional requirements. And fats also are equally important. It's not that you avoid fat altogether. You need fat. Again, fat has different classes. Ghee and butter your basic ghee and butter are very, very important. Some of the most important bits of nutrition that you get. The other group of oils are your sesame oil, your coconut oil, etc. And the last are sunflower, safflower oils, etc. You need a healthy mix of all these fats for it to constitute a balanced diet. What can be a good snack is about 20 to 30 grams of your dry fruits in a day, like almonds, pistachios, which have been soaked overnight. When I say this, there is a problem, because most of the snacking today, and I am guilty of it myself, the most of the snacking is your processed dry fruits, salted cashews, I am a huge fan of them, salted pistachios, etc. This is not good. Modern day, most of us talk about sugars. It's equally important that we talk about excessive intake of salt. Namkeens, this is something that you have to keep. Salt is such a killer. And all of us Indians are prone to cardiac diseases, diabetes. We are going to be the non-communicable disease capital of the world. So it's very, very important that we avoid salt also. This I talk because I've been a hypertensive for 15 long years, and right, adolescence is the age we never listen to our parents. So you better start then. So how do we tell this to an adolescent? How does an adolescent is not going to keep track of it, and for a parent also it's very difficult. So modern day, you look at the Western world, you look at the National Institute of Nutrition in India, they have come up with what is called a plate model. So typically, if you imagine a plate, a circular plate, half of it would be fruits and vegetables, good servings of fruit and vegetables, and the rest of it is your pulses, fat, and dairy products on the side. So I think this is the easiest way of putting it across. Is this is what would be a balanced diet. Green and yellow.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Dr. Srikanth has rightly pointed out the colors of the plate: green, yellow, the whites.
So keep it colorful, keep it balanced in color, in texture, in taste, in nutrients. Truly balanced.
Unless you keep the plate colorful, your life will not be colorful.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Satyanarayana.